Imagine you own the most valuable artificial intelligence company in the world. Your valuation just passed $900 billion. You've quietly filed paperwork to go to the public. And then put out a statement telling the whole industry it might be time to slow down. It's not a hypothetical. That is almost exactly what happened for the last 2 weeks with a company called Anthropic. I'm Anita with Stellar Web Boutique here in San Antonio. My husband is a software engineer, run a web agency studio. The two of us use these AI tools every single day. We're not AI is magic people, believe me. And we're not type to say that AI is the end of the world. We live in a messy, practical middle ground. So I want to talk about why the AI headlines you keep seeing, the giant dollar amounts and the layoffs and all this bubble talk actually may matter to you, even if you run a local bakery or a tire shop, or if you're a plumber or a hairstylist. Short answer that there is no short answer. There's a couple ideas I want to talk about with you. AI does not have a technology problem. What it really has is a success problem. Question is no longer, does AI work? It does work. Real question is whether AI can make enough money, justify the trillions of dollars being poured into it. Show you what I mean. Well, back to the company Anthropic. Late May, they raised $65 billion in a single round. That pushed their value to around $965 billion, bigger than their rival OpenAI for the first time ever. June 1st, they were confidently filed to go public. Then, just a few days later, they published a warning about something called recursive self-improvement. This may sound kind of scary, but it really isn't. In plain English, means that AI gets a good enough to start improving itself without humans driving every step. Even floated the idea that the world might need a kind of a global brake pedal. Now, that the real concern? A lot of very serious people think it is. But critics asked a fair question. The entire industry hit pause right now. Who benefits the most? Usually the company that's already in the lead. A prominent investor flat out called it regulatory capture. Here's the grown-up take I want you to hold on to. Both things can be true at the same time. Safety warning can be a completely sincere, and it can happen to help the company that's winning. This isn't good guys versus bad guys. It's just how powerful businesses and big money actually work. Okay, here's where it gets personal for my small business. Every owner has had this thought. This tool can do the work, maybe I need fewer people. It's a normal thought. It's one that I've had as well. But here's the trap. What happens if everybody has had that thought at the same time? Company A lays people off. Company B lays people off. Company C lays people off. Suddenly, there are fewer people with paychecks, which means fewer customers, which then means less money being spent at all of our businesses. Think about it this way. It can absolutely make you more efficient. But an economy still needs people who can afford to buy what we sell. Now, let me give you the number nobody in the hype machine wants a billboard of. 2025, researchers at MIT studied hundreds of company AI projects. Businesses had poured somewhere between 30 and $40 billion into them. 95% showed no measurable return for the money. 95%. Honestly, as someone who builds things for businesses, that does not shock me at all. I have watched companies buy a shiny tool just because it's trendy. No plan, no clear problem they're trying to solve. And here's what that study actually found. Most of those projects didn't fail because the technology was broken. Instead, they failed because nobody asked the basic question first. What problem am I actually trying to solve? Technology has never once fixed a problem that was really about strategy, focus, management. It's all just a bubble. This is where a creator named Hank Green said something that stuck with me. Back through history, the internet was not a bubble, but a lot of .com stocks absolutely were. Railroads were not a bubble. Plenty of railroad stocks were. See the difference? Technology can be completely real. People pay for it, and yet it could still be insane. Here's the way I put it. Let's say everyone agrees cars are the future. Right, cars changed everything when they were first invented. But that did not mean every single car company was worth limited money. Most of them went bankrupt. AI is the same. AI can genuinely transform how we live and work. That does not automatically mean that every AI company is worth $1 trillion. Both of those sentences can be true at once. Let me really practical because this is the part I actually know. We use these tools every day as developers. My husband uses AI as a software engineer. I use it in my design studio as a UX designer. Here's why it genuinely shines in our agency. Brainstorming, first drafts, outlines. Summarizing long documents has been a lifesaver. And yes, helping us write and debug code. It's like very fast and a tireless assistant. But here's where it falls flat on its face. Management, strategy, trust, and accountability. Knowing the customer and being able to read the room, which AI cannot. It cannot grieve with somebody in the family who's struggling. Yes, it can hand me a draft in 4 seconds, but it cannot tell what's the right thing to say to a real human being. Now the part that hits home for anyone with a business online. We've heard this story before. Social media is going to kill websites. Are going to kill websites. Oh, it's AI going to kill websites. But here's what people miss. AI doesn't create authority, consumes authority. Think about where AI gets its answers. It learns from websites, from articles, research, real businesses, from real people who actually know things. All that is disappeared tomorrow, AI would have nothing left to learn from. Your website, your reviews, reputation, the real expertise that you've built. That is not getting less important. Anything, being a real, trusted, findable human in your community is about to be worth so much more and definitely not less. More peace because this one touches everybody's wallet. AI is not free and it is not invisible. All of this runs inside massive data centers. We use enormous amounts of electricity, water. In 2025 alone, the electricity used by AI-focused data centers jumped about 50% in a single year. A handful of tech companies spent over $400 billion just building this stuff out. Now, to be fair, every big leap in history had a cost. Factories, cars, the internet, all of it. So, the honest question is there a cost? There's always a cost. Question is whether the benefit ends up being worth it. And sometimes this isn't abstract. More data centers can mean real pressure on the local power grid, the water supply. That can quietly show up in your utility bills. Let me leave you with where I actually land on this subject. I don't think AI is fake. I don't think it's going to go away. And I don't think people warning about it are crazy at the same time. I definitely don't think that people building it are villains. What worries me isn't the technology, it's the expectations. Right now, investors are betting that AI will become one of the most valuable things humans have ever built. And over the next couple of years, you're going to find out whether the profits can actually catch up to the promise. For the rest of us, small businesses, the creators, the local shops, the smart move isn't to panic. And it isn't to bet the farm. It's to use the good parts. Stay skeptical of all the hype and keep being real, trusted humans that no algorithm can ever replace. This helped you cut through the noise. Go ahead and subscribe. Break down the tech world into simple, easy to listen to jargon. Avoid all the jargon, all the hype. I'll see you in the next one.